The Jayhawks headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. He'll bring it out. It's Mack. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Arizona State's offense will get first crack at it today. And now the transfer, junior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break, sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
Maybe some room here, and he's still running after the move. Touchdown, Sun Devils! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Kansas offense will now get its first chance with the football. There's the talented Isaiah Marshall. This offense is going to be productive. He will have to play well in this one. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Marshall. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Jayhawks send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. On target over the middle. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
And Kenny Dillingham, man, he knows how to coach offense. And he got that big extension this offseason, and he immediately took it and invested in the wide receiver position. Like, to make it easy for his quarterbacks. Got two of the best ones in the portal. They expect the pass game to continue to grow and develop, even though Sam Levitt took off.
Well, and you got to replace Jordan Tyson. In my eyes, he was the best receiver available in the draft from a season ago. So you got some new faces coming in, throwing it around. You got some new bodies catching it as well. This is an offense with tons of potential, but those playmakers outside, some of these new faces, they have to gel with their quarterback play.
And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Harris. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
And as long as Kenny Dillingham is calling plays for Arizona State, I think the quarterback's going to be fine. New guy, new face, but here's what they did. They surrounded him with elite weapons from the portal. Kenny Dillingham, again, is a great play caller. I look forward to watching him settle his guy in and seeing what he can get out of a first-time starter.
Well, they got a lot of experience coming in out of the portal to replace one of their big stars in Sam Levitt, obviously. You bring in Keene, who's played a lot of snaps, thrown for a lot of yards in his collegiate career at a couple different spots, and a very interesting young prospect in Cutter Boley, who showed flashes during his time at Kentucky as well. Can those guys fit into this system, take the reins? It's been a great competition all offseason, but no doubt, big shoes to fill replacing Sam Levitt.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. The run inside. It's Edwards. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Thurman. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup. The Jayhawks are flying down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard.
Makes a grab and room to run. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Jayhawks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. And we'll get a whistle to stop the clock as they check on the injured Sun Devil. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Now on the move. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. They've already put up a couple of scores, and now they have it again, up 10-3. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Now the play fake. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
That's some pretty sticky coverage right there, man. You play that man-to-man coverage and you have those out-breaking routes. I tell you what, you got to kind of be careful as a QB how much you want to attack that, especially when the coverage is so tight. He does a good job staying glued to the receiver and knocking.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. These two teams feeling each other out a bit, down 10-3 as they open this drive. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Running inside, it's Edwards. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Kansas will take a timeout. That's their second. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Marshall. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Unleashes it on the run. It's caught. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play. And the Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run play action. A shot toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Ready, go! Hand off for Brown. Fights off the defender. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The Sun Devils lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Brown. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. I guess the good news on that penalty is at least the defense didn't have to back up that far. It's still 1st and goal. Where did he go? Motion from the wideout. Where did he go? They'll try to run it in with Brown. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, 1st and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
Fires to the tight end. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on 3rd down. They'll run with Brown. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, ASU!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Marshall. Gets it to the back. Could not make his way to the corner.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Jayhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Pressure coming. On the run, fires downfield. With the catch, it's Brown. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone and they've got it 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down and nothing doing there. And the Sun Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Direct snap. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their 1st of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Dropping back, it's Marshall. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
You can just start to sense the frustration.
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Great place to start for this offense. A give to Brown. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Sun Devils! His 3rd touchdown of this game, and his 3rd on the
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Turning it on. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Upstairs to make the catch. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Willis. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Takes the handoff. It's Willis. And he's in. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. Lining up to add another. And the extra point gets him a little closer at 31-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Here's Brown to begin the drive. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Eastern Michigan, taking on the Michigan State Spartans. And it's Eastern Michigan engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now over to your game in Tempe. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment.
Out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Sometimes there are careless interceptions and other times forced ones, and the defense forced that one.
They did. Nice job dialing up the pressure. Great job getting to the QB. So much athleticism on this defense. And moving forward, this offense is going to have to be really careful thinking about how they need to protect their quarterback to give him a chance.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Brown again. stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Here's Brown. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Keeps it on the draw. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Scanning the field, it's Boley. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown ASU! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
And it started with their offense. They put them in a bind, man. They're already trailing, needed a good position here in this third quarter to cut into the lead. What do? They turn the football over, short side of the field. Their defense doesn't hold, and this game is getting out of hand.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Gonna run it. It's Edwards. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. The Jayhawks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It was starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown there last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. Offense staying on the field there in hurry-up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Tries to get it on the ground. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field. The run inside. It's Edwards.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got it behind the line. It's McMillan. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. To the ground to try to move the chains. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Jayhawks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Trying to run, it's Edwards. Got enough space. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Kansas. Ready to try the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. The short hands, it's Anderson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. To the air, it's Boley. Rushes on him. Makes the grab. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out of their own 37. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Hand off for Brown. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They'll run this play from the pistol. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Right back to him. Could be an alley. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
The Sun Devils back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
He'll do it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. The give on the counter. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting it second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And the Jayhawks will hustle to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. Snags it, and he's open. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jayhawks. Into the end zone with a breakaway score. On to attempt the try. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
This is an area of the game, on offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
The throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. There's a little game pressure on these guys right now. The run has turned this into a ball game again, and now they need to put together a drive here. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. to the air. It's Boley. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. And the Sun Devils line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Using his legs, it's Edwards. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Jayhawks will snap it on first and 10. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 45. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open.
He unleashes a long one. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on first and 10. Back to pass, it's Marshall. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk! And here they come, almost all the way back.
You get the touchdown, but there's not a lot of time left. So you need to get the onside kick. You may have time for one more play, one shot to throw it in the end zone and somehow see if you can steal this game.
Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, they got their hands team out.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's. It's not the end of the world, though. I still think there's time for this team to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to finish the season strong. It's not over yet. 2 bad weeks. Flush it down the toilet. Refocus the mechanism. We're ready to rock and roll next week.
It just needs to be about finding a way to win a game right now. In all likelihood, 99.9% chance the college football playoff now is not a possibility anymore. That's okay. Let's worry about winning a game. Let's go back. Let's watch the film. Let's get back to being who we are so we can get this ship right.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.